affair for men.
Are you concerned that he might be gay?
Losing him to a woman, but to a man?
You're dating me. Why are you hanging out with gay people? Is Becky your type?
Yes. You knew when we got married that all of my friends are gay. I'm not giving up my best friend.
He don't even kiss on me anymore. He don't hold me. I have to bribe him to get sex. If you don't stay away from him, it's over.
Are you having an affair with your best friend? Next Rikki Lake. Man meets woman. They fall in love and sometimes even get married. Sounds like the perfect relationship, right? Well, on today's show, we'll meet women who say they thought they had the perfect relationship until someone got in their way. Someone they suspect is after their man. But it's not who you may think. This potential man stealer happens to be his best friend. And his best friend is a gay man. We'll meet this couple. She says ever since her man started hanging out with his gay friend, he has canceled their wedding 3 times, and she finds herself having to beg him for sex. We'll also meet this couple. He's an exotic dancer, but he doesn't dance for women. He dances for men, and after hours hangs out in a gay club where women are not allowed. So, our guests today are worried about their relationships, and they have brought their mates here to demand some explanations as they say, "You're dating me. Why are you hanging with gay people?" Joining us today, we are talking to couples who want their mates to stop hanging out with their gay friends. I want you to meet Brandy. She says she has been dating Ken for 2 years and they are engaged to be married. But every time they set a date, Ken changes his mind and then runs off to hang out with his gay friend. She is here to put her foot down and demand some answers. Tell us about your situation, Brandy.
Well, me and Ken have been together for 2 years, and it's just that every time that I want him to do something with me, his friend comes before me. And every time that I would like for him to be intimate with me, I have to give him something in return, like for him to go with his, gay friend. And, I mean, our relationship was just, it was fine for like the first 1.5 years, but then he got a new job and he found new friends, and then he started hanging out with this gay guy. And for the past 6 months, we've been fighting, and I just want to find out today if he's cheating on me with him. And if he is, I'm going to give him an ultimatum. Either he's going to drop this guy or we're just over. After 2 years.
Are you concerned that he might be having an affair with this guy?
If he's not sitting with this guy, then this guy's taking him to see somebody else, because our relationship, our sex life has just went down the drain. And even
so you bribed him? Is that how you get?
I have to bribe him to get sex from him. Or I can't even, he don't even kiss on me anymore. He don't hold me, and it's just, it's not right. I shouldn't have to go through, crying and stuff. And he should love me, and he should want to be with me every waking. He gets mad at me for wanting to spend all this time with him, but he should want to spend time with me if he loved me. He shouldn't want to go and be with this gay guy, And I think that he's, I think he's just using me right now because he lives with me, and I think he's using me until, they get a place or something.
So you really have this fantasy in your head that he is involved with this guy.
Yeah.
Has anyone told you that he's gay?
People he works with says that, they've been leaving from work and, not knowing where he's going. I'll call his work and he's not there, he's supposed to be at work. He'll disappear and not come back for 36 hours one time. He didn't come back. Days at a time he won't come back and everything.
This is devastating to you.
And I have a baby and by somebody else. And I've been hurt before, and it's hard for me to trust, and he don't understand. He's making it to where, I can't trust anybody anymore.
So have you confronted him? Have you said, are you gay? And what does he say?
I've confronted him, and he's, no, I'm not gay, and he starts cussing me out, so I feel that he's guilty about something, else he wouldn't be, harsh to me and, treat me like, like I don't even, mean anything to him.
Are you ready to say what you got to say to him?
Yeah.
Are we ready to meet Ken? Let's bring him out. Ken? welcome. Thank you for being here.
Hey.
Your fiance is up here crying about the situation. What do you have to say?
If you don't stay away from him, it's over. Because I'm tired of you choosing him over me, and you're supposed to love me. And you don't kiss me, you don't tell me you love me anymore, you don't take me in public anymore, you don't go with me anywhere. And I don't understand, there's nothing wrong with me, there's something wrong with you.
I never said there was nothing wrong with you at all. I never said that.
But it's the way you treat me. I know that there's something not right anymore. Our relationship was not like this until he started hanging around with you. And I'm tired of it.
No.
Yeah.
Just because I hang out with my friend, my gay friend, does not mean that I'm taking that quality time away from you. I mean, I can't be with you all the time.
Can we talk about what goes on when you hang out with your gay friend?
Just riding around. Just
He
hanging out. Just hanging out.
He can't explain where he's been at. He can't explain what he's done. He'll come back to me and say, oh, we had to take his nephew to the hospital. That's why he was gone for 36 hours that time.
Okay, can I ask you, are you in a relationship with your best friend?
No, I'm not at all. I'm 100% positive that I'm straight and that I'm not gay. I mean, if I'm gay, I don't even know it.
Well, and if you don't know it, we have no way of knowing it.
Yeah.
So he says he's not gay. As far as he knows,
Yeah.
he's not gay.
But see, it's just the relationship. I mean, the way things have been going lately. I mean, me having to beg for sex, and he should want to give me.
Yeah, what's up with that? What's up? You got a hot lady sitting beside you. What's up with that, Ken?
I don't know. I'm not real big on sex.
But see,
I mean, sometimes she acts like she's got to have it in order to survive.
no.
Well, sometimes we ladies need it to survive.
I give it to her.
In general speaking, you know, I speak for every woman out there, yes.
Hi, Ricky. Why is it that you always choose your gay friend every time y'all go and have a fight? It's not right. She's your wife. You're supposed to stand by her.
I can tell him some things about our relationship that I can't tell other people because I know they'll go and tell somebody else, and then, you know, the word will get out. But I can trust him more than I can trust my other friends.
But you know this bothers the woman that you intend to marry. This is bothering her. She's crying up here today. Are you willing to make some changes?
that's what I want to know. We've already set 3 dates now. We set it for, you know, New Year's, we set it for his birthday, and we set it for Easter, and he's changed it every time now. And I'm tired of it. I want to get married. We've been together long enough.
I told you we was gonna get married.
No, if you want to sit here and say you can
gonna
commit to me, then you should want to put that ring on my finger, the other ring. I've already got one ring, and I'm ready for the other one to be on my finger.
I don't think it should be that way. I mean, I come home every night to her. I mean, she's the one I'm going to be with.
Yeah, the only time she spends time with me is if
why
we're
does she
laying in
think
bed
that I'm
together.
going
That's
to cheat
it.
on her? Or cheat on her with
Well, if a guy's
my
not going to
gay
get it at
friend?
home, he's going to go somewhere else to get it, okay? That's what I say.
Yes, ma'am.
Why are you afraid to make a commitment? If you really loved her, you want to be with her every waking
I
moment.
want to have a big wedding, you know, something that ain't going... She said we can get married for $100. That ain't no wedding, $100, just me and her and maybe one other person. I want to have a big wedding, family and everything.
Let me ask you, is your gay friend going to be your best man?
No. Her and him don't get along.
I've never even met this guy. I didn't even know his name until I called the show. He won't let me meet him or anything. And I'm supposed to not say nothing?
When we come back, we will meet this woman who feels it's bad enough that her boyfriend is an exotic dancer, but what makes it worse for her is the fact that he dances for men. Does she have reason to be upset? Well, can you show us what you do and what you get paid so well to do?
I don't think that I would feel threatened if my boyfriend was hanging out with a lot of gay guys, but I think that I would be a little concerned because they are homosexual, and I don't know if I would be comfortable with him being with them all the time.
I wouldn't feel threatened if my man hang out with gay guys. If you want to be gay, let him be gay. Just leave me alone.
We are back. We've been talking with Brandy and Ken, and, you know, I just thought of something. He just mentioned at the very end of the segment that they have never met. Well, maybe he's just making this up. Maybe it's a woman that he's seeing. You sure? You sure it's a gay man?
Somebody's been calling the house and hanging up. And see, people from his work say he's been leaving on lunch break, you know, going with this, you know, guy, but they don't know who it is, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know. But
You don't know and you don't trust him.
I don't trust him because...
She's very jealous of me. Very, very jealous.
Well,
I mean, the other day we went out to eat. We went out to eat at a nice restaurant, you know, and she thought the waitress was flirting with me. So she wouldn't let me leave her a tip.
What made me mad was, see, I had the money, okay? It wasn't him,
But
it was
Brandy,
me.
Brandy, you're holding his hand and yet you're begging him to marry you sooner rather than later. If you don't trust him, what do you have with him?
I mean...
That's what I tell her. If she
I mean, no,
doesn't trust me.
I trust him, but why should he leave me at home while he's gone and go somewhere and leave me stuck at the house by myself? And I have a baby by somebody else. And, I mean, he should be there with us and want to be with us, you know, at home with us.
But if he doesn't want to be with you, why do you want to marry him?
Because I love him. And we've been together this long.
All right. It's time to meet Nicole. Nicole says that when she is in the club with her boyfriend, Steven, men come right up to him all the time to compliment him on his good looks and his great body, and he eats it up. Nicole, tell us, why are all these men hitting on him?
Well, all these men, the reason why they do chase him in the club is because he's an exotic dancer and he does dance for men. And it's like I don't even have to worry about the women, because when they come up to me, I tell them, you know, this is my man. They leave him alone. But a lot of the men, they keep pushing and pushing, and he doesn't like it. But I told him if he doesn't like it, why does he dance?
And he stays after hours at these clubs where women are not even allowed.
On Saturdays, he goes to meet his friends at another club where they barely let women into these clubs.
It's a gay club.
It's a gay club. He said he likes the music. His friends are there. We go to a club together that has gays, bisexual, straights, curious in the closet. But when we're there, he's with me, but then he goes off, has dancing.
So are you concerned that he might be gay?
Well, I'm more worried about, you know, losing him to a woman, but to a man. I don't know if I can deal with that. I mean, I have to explain to people.
And you've even spied on him. You spied on him in the clubs just to see if he's kissing gay men.
I know. I asked around, you know, me and my roommate, we asked around to see, because, I mean, I didn't know he danced for men until I saw pictures of him in his job. And I was like, why are there so many men in the background? So I never met anybody who danced for men before, so I didn't know how to act, or I didn't know if maybe he was, you know, bi, and he just didn't want to tell me.
Well, should we ask him and see what's going on? Let's find out. Steven? Hello, Steven.
How you doing?
Well, everything is out in the open today. What are you doing with all these men?
Well, I do it for the money, you know.
What exactly are you doing for money?
I just like go to a club, dance on the box, you know. It's like speakers where they have like 6 dancers on the speaker in the club scene.
Oh, so you're like a cage dancer or something?
Sort of like that.
Sort of like that.
Go-go boy.
And they tip you? Is that what happens?
Yeah, but mostly the club pays me and stuff like that.
But you are not having relationships with these men?
Nah.
You sure about that?
Straight up.
Okay, he's sure about it. Yes.
Steven, let me ask you something. Why are you dancing for men? Wouldn't you prefer dancing with ladies instead of men? I mean, that's, to me, I think that is nasty. I'm sorry. I think that is nasty.
To each his own, to other people, it is just perfect. But, Steven, why are you dancing with men?
Pays more, pays good money, you know what I'm saying? If a cat and a dog pays me, I'll dance for it too, you know? But animal, I don't care, I just do it for the money, as long as it's paying my bills, put money in my pocket, because at the time, I don't have a job right now, but I've been on different interviews and stuff, this is not what I want to do for the rest of my life, this is just for now.
Well, can you show us what you do and what you get paid so well to do? That would pay top dollar for that. Are you calling us ladies cheap? All right. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Ricky. I'm Nicole's roommate. I don't really think Steve is gay. I just think Steve enjoys hanging out in the clubs. I think he needs to spend less time hanging out in the clubs and worry about his relationship to Nicole. Otherwise, he's going to lose her.
Nicole, you agree with that philosophy?
I agree with it.
So have you told him this, that he could lose you?
Yes, I just want him to have a regular job. I mean, I don't mind him dancing. If he dances 2 nights a week for extra money, I have no problem with that. But it's
why don't you tell him what you have a problem with?
I mean, if you want to have something with me and we talk serious about our relationship, I much rather you have a job where it's more, I can't explain to people. How am I going to say to somebody, oh, my man dances for men? I mean, people question me. They're like, what? They never heard something like that before. What am I supposed to say to my parents?
What do you say to your parents, Nicole?
My father's here.
Oh, your father's here. Dad, was that a first for you? Stand up if you would.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
And are you proud?
Yeah, well, I know Steve, I know Nicole, and he's okay.
He's a good guy?
He's a good guy.
All right. He's a keeper.
I don't think he's gay.
You don't think he's gay? All right, thank you. Coming up next, we'll meet this husband whose wife has let her lesbian friend move in with them. He is here today to say, lose your lesbian friend or lose me forever. We'll be back. Should we talk to Lisa? Yeah!
Well, I think it's a challenge for men who are gay to go after straight men if they're attracted to them, but usually they'd know well enough to leave it alone,
I think it's a challenge for gay guys to go after straight men because you always want what you can't.
כל מה שקורה בארץ, בעיקר אחרי מה שראינו גם במשדר שלכם הערב, חשוב לשמור על פרופורציות, וכל העניין הזה של מי תחליף את לימור, זה גימי קטן שלנו כדי לקדם את רק בישראל שחוזרת לעונה רביעית, תחת הכותרת רק בישראל הדור הבא. עכשיו אני יודע שיש רבים שבטוחים שהם יודעים מי זאת, אני מציע לכולם, גם לאלה שחושבים שהם יודעים, לחכות עוד קצת בסבלנות. ממש מיד אנחנו מתחילים בתוכנית, ואז כולנו נדע. אני יכול לתת לכם רמז, רוצים רמז? בטח רוצים. היא הביאה איתה מלפפון לסנדוויץ'. הנה, זה המלפפון. להתראות.
תודה לארז טל, תודה לכם רבותיי, אנחנו סיימנו.
But, in just a simple relationship, but I think it's going a little bit farther than that.
And you're all living together now?
Not by my choice. The truck backed up to the doors one day. They opened the doors and started bringing all Lisa's stuff. Nobody told me anything.
Have you told her you're not comfortable with the situation?
Of course I'm not comfortable with it. I told her I don't like it.
And what does Becky say?
She didn't say anything.
Well, maybe she'll say something today. Let's find out what Becky thinks. Becky, come on out. Hi, Becky. Welcome.
No, I'm not. I'm not giving up my best friend. There's nothing you can say.
What you're doing is not a friendly relationship.
You don't know what I'm doing.
Well, tell us. What are you doing?
I'm your husband. I should know what you're doing.
You should know what I'm doing, and I told you what I'm doing, which is absolutely nothing.
You don't tell me anything. You lie. You go out to the gay bars with all your lesbian friends.
Yes, I do.
And I sit at home and babysit our child for you.
Well,
that's not right.
Well, no.
Look, I've come up, I've gotten up in the morning to check the child. I've opened the front door and tripped over you because you're laying on the floor drunk. So I don't want to hear it. Okay?
Excuse me.
All right?
Excuse me. Now let's talk about your sexual experience. You want to throw dirt? We can throw dirt.
What are you talking about?
Wait.
Your sexual experience with your best friend.
That you made up when I started talking to all your friends, your so-called friends.
No.
All right, but wait, can we talk about, are you in a romantic relationship with your best friend?
No.
Look me in the eye.
I'm looking you in the eyes. We are best friends. We are very, very close. And half the things we do it to piss him off.
What are the things you're doing?
No.
What are some of the things that you do to piss him off?
Oh, well, like, we'll make little simple comments.
I've been around when you don't know I'm there.
No, I always know you're there.
What do you see? What are you seeing?
Just hands where they shouldn't be.
Oh, no. No.
Should we talk to Lisa? Yeah! Welcome. Shed some light on this situation.
How much light do you need?
I like the sun. Any light would be nice right now. No, you are living under their roof. Obviously, the husband in the situation is not too happy about your living there, yet you won't move out. Why?
Because she
I don't
hasn't
want her to
asked
move
me
out.
to. She invited me, and she hasn't asked me to leave.
I want her to move out.
My name's on the lease. I help pay the bills. She stays.
Doesn't matter.
She stays.
It's our marriage.
She stays.
I didn't, when I said my vows, this wasn't part of it, okay?
And you knew when we got married that I had gay friends. All of my friends are gay, almost.
There's something wrong with that. How many people, straight people, have gay friends?
You had a choice.
Not that many.
You had a choice to marry me or not marry me. You knew.
You didn't tell me anything about anybody being gay before we got married. I knew nothing about it.
Yes, ma'am. What do you want to say?
I'm just wondering, if you had to choose, who would you pick, your husband or your friend?
I wish I thought of that question.
Same question.
With the sensitivity that I get from Lisa that I do not get from Steve, I would pick my best friend.
Who can be sensitive to that? Who can be sensitive to that?
And you're married for how long?
6 years.
6 years, and you have a child together.
We have a child together, yeah.
What does your child think of the living situation?
My child is perfectly comfortable with it.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
No, she's not.
My child doesn't know nothing.
Very much.
She
What
knows
is there to know?
nothing.
Tell us, what is there to know?
She knows nothing. She knows nothing about her lifestyle. Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Yes, sir.
It's not
Becky,
for the
does-
eyes of a child. I'm sorry.
Jump in.
Becky, does Lisa make passes at you? And if she does, how do you feel when she does that?
We jokingly make passes to
It's
each other.
not a joke. It's not a joke.
You don't know what's a joke.
We
Not a
make
joke.
little innuendos and comments.
And that's it. That's it.
And for
Yeah.
just to make him mad, because he keeps accusing us
Of doing something.
something.
He's going to keep it.
You know.
But Lisa, is
Why-
Becky your type? Is she the kind of woman that you would be interested in?
Yes.
Yeah. Excuse me, Becky has
Yes,
always
sir.
had friends that look
The woman
just
on the
like
far
Lisa.
left?
Oh, yeah, that's Brandy.
Okay, you say that you love him, but it seems like you don't even know him. I mean, you don't know where he goes or, like, who he's with. I mean, it seems like there's a part of him that you don't know.
Well, it's not that. It's just that, I mean, nothing didn't start happening until after he started hanging out with this gay guy. That's when all the trouble started
And this
happening.
was just 6 months ago?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to know why, if he's not making you happy and you enjoy hanging out with your friend better, why are you still with him?
I do love my husband.
But you don't, like, you do things to
I
make
do.
him angry.
I love my
No, you
husband.
don't. No,
He
you
can
don't.
give me things that
I can think of one thing.
There you go. But she gives me things that he doesn't.
All right.
She's very sensitive, she's very caring, she's trusting.
But she doesn't have what he has.
She doesn't have to have what
I
he
don't
has.
want what he has.
All right, but you say you love him, but yet you don't respect him. He is telling you he's uncomfortable with the situation.
You're hurting me.
And you're hurting me to make me have to make a choice between
The
you and
hell
my
with
best
your
friend.
friends. Either you want your marriage or your friends, one or the other.
And I'm not
And I'll
giving
say
up
it
my
right here,
friends.
right now. You're going to make a choice right here, right now.
And I already told you, if I have to make a choice, I'm going to choose my best friend. I don't get the sensitivity from you.
So have you made your choice? You've chosen your best friend.
I would choose, yeah.
So what's going to happen, Stephen?
I've made my choice. And I'll do what I have to do as soon as we leave here.
Who
When we come back, we're going to meet this wife who says she may have made the mistake of her life when she introduced her husband to her gay friend. Why? Because now she thinks her husband would rather be with him than with her. Don't go away. Are you concerned that your new husband might be into men?
I don't think so. I mean...
But just from the way you're hesitating, maybe it's crossed your mind.
If it was between my boyfriend hanging out with straight women or gay guys, I would feel more comfortable him hanging out with gay guys.
Neither of the two, because if straight women saw my man, they would go for him. And gay men would probably go after him also.
Either way, they gonna push her. One of them gonna push up on her. The woman, because she's straight and she probably don't got a man. And the gay man, because he's into men. You know what I'm saying? So, no, he would have to be with me.
Sam says that her husband of 9 months, James, flirts more with his best guy friend than with her. Sam, are you serious?
Yeah, well, the first thing I'd like to say is that I don't want to, like, have anything happen with me and Kevin's relationship because we are really good friends.
Wait, and Kevin is the best friend?
Yes, he's the gay guy. I don't want...
He's the gay guy in question. And he was friends with you long before he was friends with your husband.
He was friends with me before he was with James. We all worked together, and me and Kevin became friends first. I don't want James and Kevin to stop being friends. I just want them to know when to stop, because they don't. They push it too far.
Well, how far do they push it? What are they doing?
They jokingly rub each other's legs. They are always have these little perverted comments that they say to each other.
Do they do it to get a rise out of you, or are they doing it because they're having fun doing it?
I think they think it's cute, but, you know, I've tried telling them, you know, this is too far, you need to stop. You know, joking around is okay, but when you guys are pushing over the line and making me feel uncomfortable with you guys being friends, it needs to stop right there. And they just keep going and they think it's funny.
Are you concerned that your new husband might be into men?
I don't think so. I mean...
But just from the way you're hesitating, maybe it's crossed your mind.
Yeah, it has. It's just, you know, he doesn't need to push so hard.
All right, let's meet James and talk to him. James, come on out. Hi, James. Nice to see you.
Hi, Ricky.
You guys are so weird. It's like you make a judgment the minute you see him. What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
If it walks, wags, and shakes like a dog, it is.
All right, but let me just say, I don't like you talking about gay people like they're animals. That's offensive.
In the way of calling them dogs. I'm just saying, if it shakes, walks, and talks, barks like a dog, it is.
But he hasn't even said one word.
I'm talking about him. Maybe not you. You, definitely. You, leave your wife and let her go with the lady. Because you really don't deserve the treatment that she's giving you. You really don't.
Good or bad, so what difference does it make?
I am home, and when I'm home, you treat me like a...
You're the gay bar.
All right, back to you, James. We're going to give you a chance to speak.
All right.
Are you having an affair with your best friend?
Absolutely not. We're just friends. This is the woman I love. This is the only woman I will ever be with for the rest of my life.
Yeah, but you sit there, and I told you time and time again, you were pushing the line, you were going too far, your little jokes are not funny anymore, and you just keep going and going and going, and you and Kevin just think this is one big funny little thing. I thought maybe if I took you on the show, you would realize how serious this is. Sometimes it bothers me really bad. Other times when you guys are like joking around, it's okay. But you go too far and you push it.
It's a joke. I can't, you know, if it was serious, if it was going to happen, you've got more to worry about from another woman than from Kevin.
Well, you've
Whoa, wait a
to
minute.
worry about.
That's settling.
You know what I mean? I mean, okay, where we live, there are no other gay people. I mean, there's no clubs he can go to.
So you feel sorry for him, so you want to be his friend.
It's not that I feel sorry for him, but, I mean, wherever we go, he's the only person like him, you know what I mean? So he's always the outsider. You know, I'm just being a good friend to him. That's all I consider.
And that's why you make the comments and you touch each other and you make your wife feel bad.
Each other, it doesn't usually, you know, it doesn't go that far. It's usually just a joke and the messing around.
Your wife is not finding it funny.
She did it first.
At first, until you started crossing the line.
Should we meet the man in question? We're going to meet him when we come back from this commercial break. Don't go away. Nice to see you. You've been listening backstage, I would imagine?
Yes, I was.
And what do you have to add?
All I gotta say is if I wanted to steal James, I would have done it before they were married.
Welcome back. We've been talking a lot about this gay guy, Kevin, and we really need to hear his side of things, don't you think? Yeah. Well, he's here. Let's bring him on out. Kevin? Hi, Kevin. Nice to see you. You've been listening backstage, I would imagine?
Yes, I was.
And what do you have to add?
All I gotta say is if I wanted to steal James, I would have done it before they were married. I was at their wedding. And I only got one thing to say to that one lady. Sometimes dogs bark up the wrong tree.
So you are not after Sam's man?
No, I'm not.
You are not?
No.
Can you understand that what you're doing is hurting her? And she was your friend first.
I never realized it was hurting her until the show called. And
so do you have anything you'd like to say to her now?
Well, I was always just joking around. But if it's going too far, I can handle that. But
and you're sorry, and you'll try not to.
There's nothing I want to do to ruin our relationship.
I can handle the jokes, okay? I can handle the jokes. I can handle us all hanging out and being friends. But when I tell you guys are going too far, and then you guys need to stop and chill out a little bit, you guys need to do that. But neither of you guys do that. You think it's funny, and you think it's fun to, like, make me mad. I don't know why. But you do, and you make me mad, and I've told you guys. And I want you guys to know that, you know, the jokes are fine. But when I tell you too far is too far, you need to stop.
Yeah, and Kevin, how long are you going to be living under their roof?
Actually, at the end of this month, I'm moving to Colorado.
You are?
Mm-hmm. We're going to stay in touch, though. I'm godfather of their child, and it's really great. I mean, I've seen this man walk we're all good on his knees to Sam. And
all right. Okay, fair enough. We have some help with us today. Joining us is the author of If Only You Would Listen, psychologist Dr. Bonnie Jacobson. Bonnie, nice to see you. It's been a long time. Yep. Welcome back.
Glad to be here.
I know you've been listening. You probably have a lot to say. What can you say to our guests?
Well, I think that everybody here has been trying to tell their partners something that the partners are not listening to. And what I hear, let's say with Ken, you're just trying to say to Brandy that in a way your friend is more of a best friend to you than Brandy, and that Brandy has to learn how to be more sensitive to you. I think that's what you're trying to tell her, that you really love her, that you want to marry her, but that really in a way she acts more like a parent to you than your best friend.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I don't have any friends, you know, so I mean, I just depend on him.
Right, but he needs you to be more sensitive to him. And in a way, he feels this other friend is much more sensitive, more like a best friend than you. I believe you're capable of being his best friend.
Oh, can I tell y'all something? I forgot. Okay, now, when he was like 5 years old, he had some kind of a sexual encounter with another little boy. Okay, now, and he didn't come clean to me, and I begged him, because I was hearing stuff, I begged, please tell me. You know, he said, no, nothing. And then one night we was sitting around, and he was drinking. He don't never hardly drink, you know. And then he tells my cousin now that he has had.
Okay, but early play between the same sex before
is
puberty
normal
is
behavior.
very, very normal.
Right.
It's very normal.
Here we are, finally reaching some resolution, and you just have to squash us and bounce us on back a few steps. Can you understand where Bonnie is coming from? And maybe it's not good for you to only have him in your life. Maybe you need some friends of your own.
You need some best friends, too. But I think that really you need to figure out how to be his best friend. Because if you're his best friend, then he'll come to you. I really believe you love her and want to marry her. But you need to be sure that she is a comfortable person for you to live your life out with.
I mean, whenever I get accused of cheating or whatever, and I try to explain myself, and then she just keeps on, and then I'll get aggravated, you know, of getting accused of something that I didn't do.
To be a
and automatically she assumes that I'm guilty.
See, being a policeman is not a great thing in a love relationship. It's better to be a friend than a policeman.
Yes, sir.
How you doing? It sounds like in their relationship that her insecurity is making him very defensive.
Right.
And he doesn't mean to be, but
right.
she makes comments or does things, and it just makes him defensive, and he's
right.
just backing away.
And your insecurity is not your fault either. I'm sure you have reasons why you're insecure, but putting it on your man pushes him away from you instead of brings him towards you.
And basing something on something that happened when he was 5 years old is just not...
it's just that, why can't I meet this guy, you know? Or why can't I, you know, hang out with him?
It's about trust. The more he would trust you, the more I believe he would let you meet his friends.
All right, need to take a break. More with Bonnie Jacobson when we come back. Bonnie, you were going to continue giving advice to our guests.
Right. Well, the most important couple that I really want to speak to is Stephen and Becky, because you're married, you have a child, and really, I said during the break to Stephen that what I was trying to tell Brandy, I was really talking to Stephen even more than I was talking to Brandy, that I really think that Becky is saying that she needs a best friend, and in a way Lisa acts like a best friend, and she needs that from you.
That's not the way it is. I do everything for her I can possibly do.
I think you really do everything for her, but there's one thing I think you're not doing, which is listening to her. In a way you end up, not because you mean to, but...
I'm not putting up with, that's not the first one. I'm not putting up with this.
No, I understand why you wouldn't.
I don't want anything to do with
I understand
them.
that.
They can do what they want to do.
I understand that.
You'll never understand is that we're best friends and I'm not.
But why are you, okay, let me, Lisa.
1 minute.
Speaking of me, and only me, I don't flirt with my best friend. You've been flirting all hour with Becky. We've been noticing.
All hour?
But, you know, the whole time you've been making eyes at her and just sending signals back and forth between the two of you. I'm not the only one who has noticed this.
Wait, let me finish with Stephen. Stephen, I don't blame you because...
talking to Becky.
Becky, wait, I want to say that you are creating an atmosphere in your home that makes Stephen even less able to listen to you and less able to be your best friend.
Okay, well, we didn't have anybody else living with us for the last 7 years.
No, I'm sure.
Child and me and you two can do what
no,
you want
my dead body.
But here's the other problem. Here's the other problem. Polarizing like that and pushing people is not a good thing to do, because you made a vow before God as a husband and wife, and you really need to take your marriage seriously.
I've taken it seriously for 7 years.
And I believe that you have, but have you ever tried to get some outside person to help with the marriage?
He won't go.
Would
you? Sure I'll go. I've been before.
You would go now?
Sure.
Wait, he's saying he would go.
He'll go
because
once.
It's not going to stop that, though.
Stephen, you need training. You need training, Stephen. You need training in how to be more of a best friend than a parent figure. And the problem is that you're like a good dad and not a good lover.
Well, let me offer to you, if you are willing to go, we will find somebody in your hometown. Stephen, we will find something for you if you are willing to go in your hometown. Moving on to the other Stephen on the panel, you have something you would like to say?
Sure. Nicole? All right, we've been together for some time. Been my girl. I will always love you. I will always love you from my heart. I'm saying I was wondering if you're willing to spend the rest of your life with me.
Dad, are you okay with that? He says yes. He says yes. Well, put the ring on her finger already. On that note, more when we come back. Suspecting that your mate is cheating, whether it's heterosexual or homosexual cheating, usually is a symptom of something else that's amiss in the relationship and making you feel an estrangement. Figuring out what that's about is probably a good place to start, and complete honesty is the place where you want to end up. There is nothing wrong with expressing your true sexuality, whether it's gay or straight. What is wrong is being dishonest with your partner about it and forcing them to live a lie with you. I wish all of my guests the best of luck, and to you at home, thank you for watching. See you next time.